Hey YouTube, welcome to Bubba's Workbench. Um, this is my first YouTube video, and I thought why not start out with something, a little bit easy that I kind of know a little something about. Um, Today in this video, we're going to be setting up a Streamlight TLR-1, which is this little guy here, and I'm going to be putting it onto a Glock 17 for a buddy of mine who wants to set up a defensive pistol. He's already got night sights and things like that, but he wanted a weapon-mounted light for his own purposes, and that's fine. So I thought, why not start out, and we'll do kind of a nice little intro video here. We're going to unbox this little guy, something I haven't seen anybody do so far on YouTube, and I'm going to show you how it mounts onto the light and how it kind of works. So start out here, we'll open the little guy up and see what we got. It comes in a nice little cardboard package, nice little pictures, and tells you a little bit about it here and there. Streamlight TLR-1 uses a C4 LED. According to their paperwork here, it's 135 lumens, which is about twice the brightness of a standard defensive handheld flashlight. So it ought to be pretty bright. Made out of aluminum. It's supposed to be dust-proof, shock-proof, waterproof. It comes with several different mounting pieces. There's mounting pieces for the Glock, the 1913, which is the Picatinny rail, if you will, Beretta 92, Smith & Wesson 99. So let's kind of open it up and take a look at what we got here. Kind of get some of the plastic and things out of the way. And here's our light itself. Slide our paperwork and everything out of the way. TLR-1 by Streamlight. Now inside here, this is the key inside the light body. It says GL, which I'm assuming is Glock. If I look at some of these others, 92, 1913. So those are the keys if you had another style of mount that you wanted to use. But looks like for Glock we're ready to go. LED end right here. And then on the back we have our switching mechanism, which allows for two different types of activation, and I'll get to that once I get it mounted onto the Glock itself. To put batteries in here, there's a spring tab that's back at the back of the light right here, and you need some sort of tool to get underneath there. You can use a coin. I'm using this little computer key that sits on my desk. But you can use just about anything that'll get underneath there. And you just stick it underneath the tab, and you just give it a little bit of a twist, and it pops that door up right here. And then once you do that, then the back comes off. Inside my box here, we have the two batteries for the light. And on the side of the light right here and right here, it has little pictures of the batteries. The video quality is not going to let you see it very, very well, but you're just going to lay the batteries in according to the diagram on the side, and then you're going to snap the battery door back into place in the rear, and you're going to fold that little tab back over and snap it into place. And this is probably the hardest part of getting this thing set up. So there we go. We're snapped into place. Get the rest of my tools out of the way here, and we'll bring in our firearm, the Glock 17. As we can see, because everybody always has to know, it's been safety cleared, nothing in the chamber. Go ahead and drop the slide, and I'll squeeze the trigger just to allow for an unloaded demonstration here. Now, in the Glock firearm, right here in the front, there is a ridge cut into the side, and as we look from the muzzle end of the firearm, you can see that there's a ridge cut into both sides of the frame, and that's where this light's going to come into mounting. The wedge, the key, if you will, that comes with it, that has the GL on there, is going to slide into this notch, and the light rails are going to snap into the side. So I'm going to go ahead and snap it into place. This little screw head on the side is what allows you to extend both sides and allow it to fit onto that rail. And once you get to that point, it's fairly secure, but I'm going to go ahead and tighten the screw down just by hand. You can also use your coin to do this part to get it all the way tightened down. But just for demonstration purposes, I'm not going to go to that kind of intensity. And that's all it takes. It is now mounted to the Glock 17. The switches on the light are accessible from either side. So if you're right-handed like I am, and I'm going to hold the firearm in my right hand grip, we can access the firearm's lighting system with either hand. My right hand trigger finger can come down and brush the light on and give us a light that way, and I can also turn it off. And if I'm going to be shooting one-handed, that's fine. I can turn the light on, because if I'm shooting one-handed, I probably want it on the whole time. If I'm going to be using both hands, I can use the thumb of my support hand, my left hand over here, and I can push the switch down for momentary bursts of light, as you can see here. And that's going to be good if you're, trying to clear a building or something like that, where you don't want the light on all the time. You just want to give yourself little bursts of light, little frames, if you will, so you can see where you're going. So that's how she mounts on there, how it works. I think it's a nice light, priced out somewhere right around $100 here in the Midwest, United States, and you can probably find it a little more, a little less, depending on where you're shopping. That's all I've got today for Bubba's Workbench. Any questions or anything, go ahead and post them as comments on the video here, and I'd appreciate any subscriptions or anything like that. Have a great day, YouTube.